all on the same page when I use some of the verbiage that I might use. According to Webster's dictionary, the word dedicate, I don't know if I even gave you my topic. My topic is dedicated to serving with excellence. That's the subject of this series that I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. Dedicated to serving with excellence. And my topic for this morning is becoming a server of excellence. Amen. Now, Webster Dictionary defines the word dedicate as to set apart for sacred uses, to consecrate, or to commit oneself to a certain course of action or thought. You can ask yourself, am I the kind of person that can be or that is dedicated? It means to set apart for sacred uses, to consecrate or to commit oneself to a certain course of action or thought. Are you the kind of person that can dedicate yourself to anything other than yourself?
Come on now.
Amen. Because self-dedication just comes natural.
Yes.
That's called selfish.
Self-preservation.
The word server means to work for, especially as a servant. To be in the service of, to be of service to, or to wait on. Ask yourself, am I a server? Am I one who is in the service to someone other than myself? Am I the kind of person who's willing to wait on others? Have I offered myself as a servant? The word excellence means the state or quality of excelling. It means superiority. The state or quality of excelling. And you can ask yourself, am I the kind of person who excels at anything? Now I want to give you the opposite or the flip side of the coin, because if you're not dedicated to serving with the spirit of excellence, it means you're on the opposite side of the fence. The opposite of being dedicated is being unfaithful. A dedicated person is one that others can rely on, depend on. They know you're like clockwork because your word is your bond. If you're not a dedicated person, you're an unfaithful person. You're the kind of person that when you tell somebody you're going to do something, they have to wonder to keep from going under. Are you dedicated or are you unfaithful? The opposite of serving or being a servant is lazy or self-serving. If you're not the kind of person who's willing to give yourself, give your energy, give your time, give your talents to somebody other than you, then the Bible says you're lazy and you're a slothful servant. You are self-serving. The opposite of excellence is poorness. If you don't operate in excellence, meaning a state of quality of excelling, that what you do and how you do your job or how you give yourself in relationships or whatever it is that you apply yourself to, if you can't look at it and say, I go over and above when I do what I do. See, excelling is not just meeting the mediocrity in the middle. Excelling means I go over and above. And if you can't say that you're the kind of person who goes over and above, then that means that you're not a person of excellence. There is no middle ground in the eyes of God. There is no mediocrity in the eyes of God. Because see, a lot of folk are satisfied with just being mediocre. I'm not the best at this, or I'm not the best at that, or I might not do as well as so and so, with this or that. But at least I'm in the middle. I'm not going to go all out for anything or anybody, but at least I'm in the middle. I'm in middle ground. Well, see, if you're in middle ground with God, you're in poorness. You're in poorness. If we are children of God, then we should be excelling in everything that we do. Now, your excelling doesn't have to meet my excelling. Amen. And mine don't have to meet yours. Yes. So I'm not telling you to put yourself in comparison with anybody, but you know within yourself, when you apply yourself, whether or not you do just enough to get by, amen, or do you go over and above and beyond? Serving in a spirit of excellence. The Hebrew term for the word excellence is yakar, Y-A-Q-A-R, and it means precious, it means rare, it means weighty, it means noble. The Greek text had several words relating to the word excellence, and all of them carried the connotation of excelling. The first word in the Greek was huperbalo. Huperbalo, it means to exceed or go beyond. And then there was a word perisio. Perisio, it means to be over and above. It means to abound. It means abundance. And then there was huper echo. It means to have over. It means the surpassing thing. And the last one in the Greek was the word diaphero. It means to differ. The things that are excellent. So any way you slice it, if you want to be a person of excellence, you have to make up your mind that ordinary just won't do.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Ordinary just won't do. And see, there's a risk that we take when we decide not to be ordinary.
All right now.
Amen. When you decide that you're going to walk in a pioneering spirit, when you decide you're going to be the kind of person that goes above and beyond, when you decide that you're going to be the kind of person that excels at what you do, you take a risk. And the risk that you take is that those around you won't understand you and might reject you because you're excelling. You're walking in excellence. You won't settle for the mediocre. You won't settle for the just getting by. And because the majority of people settle for the just getting by, when you do above and beyond, they look at you funny. You think you better than us. You think you all that. You always been like that. Yep. I'm going to stay like this too. Because as a person of faith, we are all to be people of excellence.
Amen.
I can't tell you how many people that I know personally, and I'm sure you can think of some folk yourself, and hopefully you don't fit in the category. they settled for just getting back when you knew that really on the inside of them, man, that person better than that.
Yes.
You knew they were smart. They were a smart kid, and they should have done well in school, but they did just enough to get back. I know some guys who were athletes along the time that I was an athlete, and I knew I was a good athlete, but there were some guys that could have been or should have been better athletes than me, but they did just enough to get back. And so, spiritually, you want to be a person of excellence.